Hey there, everybody. Tales from the Longbox again. A versus X, New Avengers. Oh, Lord. I've never been a big fan of the New Avengers. And I didn't try to not be a big fan. It didn't grab me. Bendis is not a writer who grabs me with the way he presents things. He's kind of the shockmaster, the deconstructionist. He doesn't. I always feel like he doesn't really try very hard with these heroes. Now, I don't think Bendis did this. I never even checked. Let me check it out. Oops. Yeah, this is a time when they didn't do writing credits. Oh, Dark Phoenix is in Qi-Long. Okay. Yeah. Where's the writing credit? Where's the credits at? See what's on the back? No. Well, fine then. We'll find out later who was writing it. Okay. But, yeah. Qi-Long. Yeah. God, I keep thinking of the TV show now. Wow, I don't know why I just jumped into the TV show. Because it was just so bad. Everything else in that was good. Ah, here we go. Oh, it is Bendis. Okay. Never mind. Okay, we'll just sit here. I know people love Bendis. I do. I know people love Bendis. I don't. Deconstructionists, then maybe I'm being mean to Bendis by calling him a deconstructionist. But, deconstructionist writing is not something that I really love. I find Bendis's majority of his writing to be deconstructionist writing. It can work. Watchmen works. But at the same time, if you go too far, too much with it, it begins to lose its impact. And I always felt Bendis went too far, too long with it. And yeah, that's just my feelings. Avengers vs. X-Men is kind of one of those. I'm like, oh man, come on. It's was there really anything different in this X? Besides, they were trying to get a hold of Hope, which they never really made it clear. The Avengers ain't going to kill her. I mean, that would be stupid. And actually totally against character. Anyway. But the X-Men react like, oh, you're going to kill Hope. We're not going to let you. And I don't get it. I mean, and then, there's an argument, Cyclops, well, I want this to be mutant matter. Okay, fine. Yeah, I can get that. That I could get behind as a motivation to be fighting the Avengers. But, at the same time, I mean, I'm not even talking about this comic because it's just... This I didn't get. The Dark Phoenix possesses Iron Fist, and then what? Okay, then what? Oh boy. Don't let the guy who's doing the G.I. Joe movie see this. Man, I always forget his name. It's Chad names him all the time. But damn, dude. That's a... He'll flip out. Don't let him near Iron Fist. Whatever you do, don't let him near Iron Fist, right? Bonaventura or something like that. Yeah. Anyway, he's been doing the... Okay, so I'm going to admit this comic bored me. I was like, why is this happening? Why should that happen? I don't understand it at all. It made no sense. Why is the Phoenix possessing Iron Fist or anyone in Kunlun? I don't know. Well, there it is, right on the front cover, Bendis. Oh man, I mean, A versus X, I did not feel like was the storyline it was led up to be. I mean, a lot of people love it. I was just kind of like, really? This is what we're doing? And it didn't seem like as big of a deal as it should have been. And it didn't seem to have any fun. I honestly feel that way. And even the pieces of it I've ever read. Now this, you see, to me, this is how a crossover is not handled. Because you got your main book, and then you got books attached. And the books attached, yeah, they're part of the story. But you don't have to read them to understand the story. This is like, oh, this happened over here in that book. Here's the effect here. And boom, we're done. A lot of people accuse Infinity Gauntlet of that. Infinity Gauntlet did not have parts you needed to read in the crossovers. You know, nothing about the fight with Rhino and Silver Surfer did anything at all to anything going on in Infinity Gauntlet. It was just something to the side, an after effect that, you know, occurred. No problem. It was a cool moment when he grabbed that horn too. But whereas this has some major implications, and you never know which one it is. And it's the Wonder Woman syndrome I talk about sometimes. Remember Wonder Woman killing Maxwell Lord in the book, and nobody knew it. And it was like everybody scrambling for that one book, and it's like, what? Yeah, and it was like part of biggest part of the damn storyline doesn't even take place in the storyline. It's like, way to drop the ball. Okay, so that's most of my feelings on Avengers versus X-Men. This storyline, actually, this one, I don't hate, but I don't love it. There's several other crossovers I just despise. Should I get into that? No. I should not, because I'll be here all day. I'll go off on comic books, man. But, also at this point, I was just not as interested in comics as I used to be, because the love of that genre had been sucked away. And I still read Avengers vs. X-Men, but I was not happy with it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I wasn't sad with it either. I just didn't like it. It was no magic for me. It wasn't as magical as that Captain America I read last week. That one had magic, and it was a filler book. This is a mainline, major storyline, and it doesn't do anything for me. That is where my comic book love goes to die. Oh, that sounds so sad. Now, I'll never quit loving comic books. I will quit loving what is being put out, but I'll never quit loving comic books. And that's why I do this series, because only a few people ever watch it, but at the same time, I love these things. I love this art. I love these stories. I just enjoy what I'm doing. And if one or two of you get enjoyment out of it, great. I'll keep going, But I'm sure sometimes it's not. Can't even. Let's see. Look at the ad on the back. Yeah, Motor City. New City. Yeah, Disney had taken over because they're Disney XD. Remember that channel. All right. Guys, that'll wrap up this episode of Tales from the Longbox. Don't forget to like and subscribe like all good YouTubers should. Later.